Now pinching. How about here? Here. Hello, folks. I would hate to have to do an entire video about this, but it really needs to be addressed. For the past several months, I've been feeling like blah. But that's why I have someone to talk to. Well, sort of. Sure, life is hard, but I want to be able to surpass all those challenges. After 3 years of being in the vicinity of a pandemic and an alienation, my feelings have been drastically affected. That means no pleasure in doing things, not wanting to be available, nothing to cheer me up, and so I'm stuck in a rut. I want to talk to you about what I do to get myself out of the rut that I'm in. I may not be as mature as I think I am, but I'm constantly trying to improve my mindset. Let me tell you straight away, I'm a college student and nothing about college is easy. A lot of people my age might be feeling this way. They're down in the dumps, excessively stressed, yet sugarcoating their feelings. No offense. Throughout the second semester of my second year at RIT, I just could not manage work and leisure time, and the workloads ended up getting much heavier, therefore making me feel increasingly stressed, which is why I should get back to using an agenda and plan out my work and leisure time. As a result of that excess stress, I had to withdraw from one of my classes, and I felt like an absolute failure. I think that must be one of the other causes of my depression. So, what I should do is try and manage my time so that it wouldn't happen again. College, as you know, is the polar opposite of what you expect. In fact, college life is not how people advertise it, unless you're part of a club activity, of course. Aha! Club activities, social events. I should definitely hang out with my college friends more often. It's come to my realization that I've been repeatedly turning down the obligation to engage in social activities, but the only reason why is because I always feel as though I have too much on my plate. But now that I'm home, I'm trying to train myself to become a better person when I come back to RIT. Let me show you how by giving you some more details. When it's nice outside, and when the air quality is good, I like to go outside and take walks, especially to play Pokemon Go. Not only is it good for my mental state of being, but it also helps boost my endurance, though not significantly. What would significantly boost my endurance are assortments of highly exhausting exercise like running, swimming, or working out. Speaking of which, I remember back in high school I swam with a team called the Mariners. It was year-round, and it gave me a great deal of a workout. And on the 11th of December 2018, I showed my Instagram followers my abdominal section, saying that I almost have a six-pack. I could almost feel my abs getting more rigid. I'm aiming to get my six-pack back, since I'm already working my leg muscles. I think that when I come back to RIT in the spring, I should hit the gym more often. I definitely should. Look at this, Stony Run. Oh. Wow. Stony Run. Very nice. Look at all this. This is going to be very difficult. Another way to become a better person with a mostly positive mindset is to be productive. Whether it's dishes or laundry or anything else, I just have to be productive every now and then. This brings up a good point. Years from now, when I have my own house, I can't just leave everything as is. I have to clean up after myself at all times. And Mom and Dad, if you are watching this, you can't tell me I never do dishes in college. I do. You just don't even want to acknowledge that, you knuckleheads. I might be at my grandmom's house the day this video airs, which is why I will be doing some laundry in the next clip. Just remember, the hot water always does the trick. Now, if I'm washing my fancy clothes, they have to be under a delicate or a permanent press setting, that way their colors are not ruined. Especially this Razer shirt. This thing is made of polyester, and so is my Polygon shirt. And for the drying phase, I can either hang them up on clothespins, or tumble dry them on a low setting, i.e. cool temperature. If it's the former, however, the process can only be sped up if the dehumidifier is running. Remember, I can only use liquid detergent for these such clothes. What a lovely sound. Now, here's the crucial part. My lifestyle is not mostly sedentary. I don't spend all my days sitting at my computer. Oh no! I want you folks to understand that not only do I have online friends, but friends in the real world. In fact, in all of my life, I have made hundreds of friends since kindergarten and elementary school. The latest of which are from one of my walks in Stony Run. You may be aware that I have real-life friends because you saw these two videos. The links are in the doobly-doo. Being social is one of my highest priorities this year, since I've been pretty much on my own for most of the last 3 years as a result of you-know-what. There is an obstacle as always. I do have a bad habit of injecting myself into conversations that have nothing to do with me. As a matter of fact, you might have found out that in my video titled 21 and 25, I subconsciously recorded a conversation between my mom and my best friend Virgilio about his work situation, in which I will not go into detail about it since he's back in business now. And I was just so shocked to have found that I made the final cut. That was when I learned I'm not supposed to videotape private conversations between two people, as that is considered invasion of privacy. The only problem is, I don't know how to edit those voices out, other than to put music over it, which, if I'm saying something outside of that conversation, would drown that out. I also can't be videotaping everything during my attendance at someone's birthday party or any other celebratory event. Later in that same video, I noticed I was filming too much when I should have actually been in the moment. I was though, don't worry. And I even injected my own remarks into the conversations too many times. That is why on the 16th of June, when I was hanging out with Virgilio and his friend Dylan Chauncey at round 1 after eating dinner at the Cheesecake Factory, I did not videotape at all during the dinner part, and neither did I inject myself into the conversations between Virgilio and Dylan, unless either person asked for my input. I only gave my input occasionally during the dinner part, but once again, I did not videotape any part of that. Now back to the subject of self-care. If I'm feeling so down, I always input my mood on a well-being app on my phone called VOS. It is free, of course, but it also has features that can only be used if you have premium subscription. I have to be honest about how I'm feeling, not only on the app, but also in the real world. If I'm asked how I am and I reply, not good, then I'm being honest. It's better than the customary, I'm fine, how are you? Which would be an understatement in many situations. Anyway, VOS helps you measure your feelings, it helps you understand what's really going on with you, and you can even find ways to cope with your feelings by certain exercises such as meditation, which I've done before when I was in my second year at RIT through Kuru Mindfulness. Another feature the app has is affirmations. Speaking of which, if I'm feeling down in the dumps, I just have to tell myself, I have a family who cares about me, I made lots of friends lately, I have all those high-end electronics, I've got those fancy clothes. I ate something healthy today. Oh! That reminds me. If I have to be back in shape, I gotta have a balanced diet. I have to eat more healthy, which is another one of my priorities this year. Of course I like to have protein shakes every once in a while, but my diet needs to include more fruits and vegetables. I'm not necessarily going vegan, but merely trying to balance my, and not end up like those Discord mods every meme on the person on the internet talks about, if you catch my drift. Being those kinds of people has a few, if not many, consequences to your health, especially mentally, Daniel. I gotta have enough vitamins to stay in the game. D, for going outside every now and then, C, for eating healthy foods, and A, from the almond milk I use in my protein shakes. Now, I know I keep going off on so many tangents, but there's many ways I can get myself out of the rut that I'm in, one of which is talking to a psychiatrist and a therapist, the latter which I had to discontinue appointments with for a reason I would rather not share. However, when I'm talking to a psychiatrist, I'm always asked about my condition, and there may come questions about self-harm or suicide. I mean, I've had those thoughts just once in a while, but those move away soon after. You see, suicide, while it's a common thing for people my age, doesn't solve your problems, it exacerbates them. You'd think you'd be in a better place, but your friends wouldn't, because they really care about you. They want you to live. As a matter of fact, I want to just live. Anywho, just a reiteration of this video in its entirety, self-care by itself is my priority this year, just like it was last year. I may still feel miserable to this day, but after having talked about taking care of myself, I should feel a whole lot better now. That concludes today's video, and have a happy August. Also, please excuse all the noise. It is so hot outside, and I'm inside trying to stay cool. As a matter of fact, at the time of recording this clip, it was exactly 95 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Ugh. But all this noise is because of the fan blowing at high speed, as well as my laptop's turbo fans. My Acer Predator has this turbo button to activate overclocking and cooling. It is noisy. Anyways, this is Sergeant Pepper 360 signing off. Bye-bye. God, it's hard to get all those words in one take. Very nice area to walk in, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You have a good rest of your day. This video may be over, but don't forget you can always watch more. Just remember to click the subscribe button.